Okay. So, after I made the first commentary, titled I'm Back, well, I stopped recording, and I showed the next game, which was a nice little M.O.A.B. So, the next game was, well, this. A game of Resistance with a few host migrations. But this was a C-Town game right here. So, and the thing is with this game is this was against an entire enemy team with mics, and it looked like they were in a party, but I know at least 4 of them were. And they were calling me like UAV hack and camping and spawn and all that stuff. Now, here, let me just start this up for you. And, you know, it's just really funny, since, I mean, it's, like, they don't want to acknowledge people as, you know, either being able to have the right way to counter their playstyle. Alright, good. Like what I did here. Now, a lot of this game, I'm just sitting back at my spawn area most of the time, because I'm not really camping it. It's more just, it's an area that I can hold down, like, that I can work well enough to where it's hard to get me in that area, and I don't really consider that camping. I just, like, and I'll still move around the map, but there's always those areas that you can control better than a lot of other people. So what you want to, so you can just, you find that area and you hold it down well, try to expand upon it and work around the surrounding areas as well, which is kind of what I did on Resistance and things like that. Just like in this, and say I'm running around the map, just picking off the people that are around the area, and right now I'm not sure exactly where anybody's at, so I'm pretty cautious. Now, let's see. I can't pull up the scoreboard. That sucks. Wow. These guys they weren't too bad players. They weren't bad at all. And the reason I was able to get this gameplay is because, I mean, simply my play style was just the perfect counter. It's that simple. I mean, that's one of the big tricks to the game, really. Just have a playstyle, counter everything. You're done. But then that won't really get you through completely, compared to, like, what some of the other people are gonna do, like, especially when they have recon and all that stuff. It's, eesh. That's why, I mean, I hate recon, because people run around with it, and it's like, they have it on every class, so it makes you think that they can't survive without knowing exactly where you are, what you're spacing, anything like that. And, I mean, I don't even think it's fit for competitive play. Now, last I actually mentioned not liking the tryhard aspect of the game. Now, it's not a bad thing as long as you do it in the right time, as in, like, when you're playing casually like this, just pubs, you can try, but it's really, like, come on. Like, it's just, okay. Trying is more like, in my eyes, more something you do when you're playing competitively. Like, you know, in GBs and things like that. That's when you really you know, bust out the scuffs and the gamma, all that stuff. Which neither I have. But, and as a lot of people would say, the G36 is a tryhard gun. Now, what I classify as tryhard is like the most overpowered things in the game. The G36C, yeah, there's some people where it is the best gun, yes. Now, I don't classify it as a complete overpowered, just beast of a gun. And the reason for that is, yes, it has a good fire rate, it has a fast reload, and it has a nice nothing else. It's got terrible iron sights, and the recoil is quite hard to control. That's what I find has it more balanced, because it's just got that immense recoil to it. And it's... But anyway, I'm just gonna start narrating what I'm thinking throughout the gameplay as it's coming to a close in a few minutes. There's ballistic vest. There's always those things, people run ballistic vest because they're easy to get, and I mean, it's not hard to get kills with them. That guy's reaction time was quite bad. I'm not gonna lie about that. But that's okay. We all have that time where you need to work on all different aspects. Actually, that is one of the first things I worked on. There's me going for some wall bangs. Seeing if I can shoot through the wall. I know he's waiting for me, so I'm not gonna peek that. He has a shotgun. I also know that. But when I'm playing really defensively like this, I'm just really not comfortable at where I'm standing and what move to make at the moment. Because what I'm thinking is I'm paying attention to where my teammates are at and trying to get a general idea of where the enemies are going to be located. So that's what I'm doing when I'm playing really slow and defensively. And when I'm rushing around, that's just simply, you know, I know where they're at and I can push as much as I want to, and I know that I can. And I mean, I can rush whenever, it's just, I mean, whenever I'm on a streak like this, no, never, not gonna happen. But these guys were complaining about that I had UAV and all that stuff, and it was quite funny. They were pretty salty. Let's see if I can get this up. Alright. But this was literally the game after I dropped my UMP C-Town M.O.A.B. Alright. So, this is the final score. Now, all these guys on the enemy team, every single one of them had a mic. It's just, I'm pretty sure the level 80, no prestige, I don't know how to pronounce this name, whatever that is. I don't think he was talking. Harlep was getting kinda mad. Motherfucker. Ooh, he was salty. He was really butthurt. And man. But I mean, they weren't bad players at all. I mean, Misfit, definitely. He's a really solid player. And there's Fusion sitting there going 4 and 15. Okay. But none of these guys were totally bad players. They knew what they were doing. They know their setups. And I mean, just because I was able to do that doesn't mean that I'm a hacker or a camper or they're a bad player. I mean, you have to draw a fine line between that. Like, there is really no bad players, because if they keep playing, they're gonna get better, inevitably. You know, that's just what happens, you know? Oh. I'm gonna end it here. So, I'll see you guys in the next one.